So I drink it out of a martini glass today. Good morning, Facebook. Okay, so I take this awesome little shot every morning. This is out of a martini glass because why not? I wanted to show you guys this. This is the Skin. Reduces wrinkles and has all kinds of good yumminess in it, right? Because it has collagen. And our collagen, pretty dang amazing. I've seen some incredible stuff. So my skin is already changing. I've been on this for almost 2 weeks now. This is one of the products that I haven't tried yet and I just wanted to get on it. And my skin is changing. I'm going through a little bit of a detox, but I actually don't mind at all. Good morning, guys. How are you? Yay. I like it when people jump on early in the morning. Even if you don't stay, say hi. So I'm gonna drink this really quick. It is so good. Liquid BioCell. It's amazing. Okay, I wanted to talk about surrendering up. Have you guys ever heard this term? When you surrender up, you are essentially trusting that the path that you're walking on is going to take you in a direction that will enhance your experience, right? And that's one of the things that I've always struggled with. I like control of my emotions. I like control of the outcome. I like to feel like I know what's going on, right? And when I ask for something, all of a sudden I start to get it, and then I get really, really frustrated, or I get concerned, or I feel like there's lack or something. So if you guys have done that and you're watching this on the replay, hashtag, put a 1 in the box. If you've ever asked for something and then started to get it and then been like, whoa, but I don't know. I didn't know I wanted to walk through all of this, right? Did I really want to walk through this to get this? But when you surrender up, gosh, it is the coolest feeling because you essentially know that you're being taken from one place and you're being moved to another place. And that has to be difficult. I had a client last night, absolutely adorable woman, right? Like just an amazing human soul. Like just, gosh, as soon as she walked in the room, I just had this immense amount of unconditional love for this woman, for the human that she is, right? And I told her, I said, you know, the stuff that was coming in, it was like the train of her life had been going in a direction and she literally was getting ready to be derailed to a better path. And I could see it as clear as day for her. And the card said it, her energy said it. And you know what's funny is she has been saying it. And she was validated in what she's been asking for. And it is the coolest thing when you can see someone's energy calling out to the universe and praying and asking and believing and getting ready to receive. And you can see it in their energy that they are bringing that forth. So, have you ever wanted something so bad and then as soon as you start to get it, you're like, I don't know if I can handle this. Wait, I have to say goodbye to that person and oh my gosh, I have to leave this. Like, my hubby was calling, I'll have to call him right back. I love you, Nick. But seriously, we ask for things and then when we start to receive them, we almost put a halt on it. And I just read this book and all of this stuff. You guys, I have to talk to you a little bit about this. You see a title of a book like this and you think, I would never read a book like that. I'm not interested in jackrabbits. I don't know what the jackrabbit factor is. And I have no idea what the cover means. Like I see a jackrabbit and I see a bunch of people walking with some white things in their hand, right? But this book is life-changing. And the reason it's life-changing is because it basically tells every single person why they're on the path that they're on and how to get off of it. And it uses a story about jackrabbits, which is essentially the coolest idea ever because now I'm walking around looking for jackrabbits instead of doing what I normally do, right? So it puts up an image in your brain so that you can change the direction of your life. And I'm getting ready to speak in Provo, and I'm really excited about it because the more I work on this speech and the more I prepare myself for getting on stage and, you know, not self. He called me again, so I had to answer and tell him, I'm on a live, I'll call you right back. But here's the thing, we want to change. If you have ever dealt with a weight issue in your life and you haven't wanted to drop a few pounds, put a 5 in the box. If you have had a weight problem in your life and you've wanted to drop a few pounds, Put a 4 in the box, because I've been there. I've been carrying around an extra 20, 30, 40 pounds, and all I wanted to do was just release it. And I got so frustrated and so all of that stuff that I actually pushed it further and further away, right? And it's when you can surrender up that you will start to see your life and the steps that you're taking and the direction that you're moving. You start to see it happen. You start to see the changes and what you want to happen come into your space. And then you get challenged. Resistance, right? Hi, Anna. My husband is a hunter. He's an archery hunter. And so one of the animals that blessed itself with its life for us is on the wall. And it has the arrow in his horns, because it was the first time my husband had ever been able to do that. And whether you're a hunter or not, I look at that arrow and I think about the resistance in my life personally every day. And why and how and where that resistance and how much I'm being shown is going to propel me into the future. And if we can just surrender up, if you're willing and ready to surrender up, put hashtag up in the comments, and pound those hearts for yourself, because you are going to be taking yourself on an adventure, on a path that you never thought you'd be on. Yes, you're going to run into problems. Yes, you're going to have to say goodbye to people. When I used to listen to successful people and they used to tell me that your herd is the most important thing, and if they're not serving you, you'd have to walk away, the image in my mind was always like a bunch of like drug addicts or alcoholics. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm so glad I left that crowd. So glad that I'm not part of that anymore. I had no idea I would have to leave or surrender up to a different level of relationships. Never in a million years did I think that that's what that meant, right? But when it hit me, it was such an impact, because I realized that we have to be around people that are loving, unconditional, and supportive no matter what. And when your foundation can't be unconditional, no matter what, you have to surrender up. There's no other choice. I made a decision for me. You guys know this. I talk about this a lot on my lives. If you don't know this, I left a company in April. I walked away from a very big downline. I wasn't allowed to tell them I was leaving because of that company's policy. I wasn't allowed to recruit any of them. I didn't want to. And so what I did is I left with a live on Facebook. And I told every single person in there that I loved them deeply and I was grateful for the relationship. And you know what's funny is the ones that didn't know that I went live on, they were fine with it. It was the ones, because I was allowed to tell my level ones. It was the ones that I had told that weren't okay with it. And like, I look at that whole thing now. Hi, Samantha. And I think about how that had to happen exactly the way it had to happen, because there is still bitterness on other people's ends, right? But I've leveled up in a way that I cannot even put into words. I get more people telling me, Amanda, you finally look happy. And it's because I am. When you level up in the way that you level up, good morning, Chelsea. When you level up and you raise your vibration and you get connected to what you're supposed to do, not what other people think you're supposed to do, not what your family thinks you should do, not what you think that you think you should do, what you are meant to do in alignment. Do you know what the word alignment means? Like, I wish I could look it up really quick. But the word alignment, right? Like when you're aligned, if my vehicle is not aligned and I'm driving down the road, I'm going, right? I can't stay straight. I'm constantly being pulled in different directions. Maisie, shush. When you're in alignment, the road is smooth. The doors open. The friends show up. The conversations are filled with incredibleness, right? Like it is one of the coolest things. So, are you ready to surrender up? Are you ready to take your life from where you are right now and just kind of level it up a little bit? Because once you start to say, I'm ready, then that's when the universe starts to show up for you. That's when you start to see jackrabbits. Leslie Householder, you guys, if you want to read, it's a quick read. It's just a little story. It's a little story. It's really, really good. Yeah, like here, I'll read this part right here. Not very many people have discovered that their own thoughts significantly affect their circumstances. But those that have discovered it have found that the knowledge can be a great advantage to them. As they believe on purpose, the things they need are drawn to them. My magnet is weakening on me. Leslie Householder, you guys, the Jackrabbit Factor. Absolutely incredible. She speaks at some of these events that I'm a part of now, and it's amazing. So I just wanted to talk to you guys really super fast. We're going to go to the dentist this morning for my little Kinley Meister. And I had a lot of people ask about those I am boards. So I'm going to show you guys them real quick. This is Kinley and I's. Cadence wanted to put hers upstairs. But you just put I am, and Tammy Ward was the one that taught me this, which is so cool. You just put a board and then you start filling it with words that resonate with you. And why not, right? Like, why not? Cadence was a completely different daughter this morning before she got on the bus. It raised her spirits and filled her up. And, you know, she constantly was telling me, Mom, you don't love me. You don't love me. You don't love me. And I'm like, where is she getting this from? But it was because she wasn't filling herself up. And so we helped her fill herself up last night. And we're constantly telling her we love her. We're constantly hugging on her. We're constantly doing that stuff. But that wasn't the way that she needed to work on it herself. And so it's just really cool. Okay, surrender up, you guys. That is the word of the day. This is my live number 3. And there's 21 of these coming. So I am grateful to be here. If these created value for you, will you guys please put #value in the comments? And if it really created value for you, will you hit the share button? Maybe somebody out there is struggling. And maybe something that I say will put a smile on their face, give them that spark to help them go out and live their passion, or motivate them to make the change that they need to get off of or out of the addiction, or out of the relationship, or into a better relationship, right? Like, that's what I love to help inspire people because of everything I've been through. And if I can do it, if I can be through it and be better because of it, so can you. So day number 3, live number 3. Love you guys. Bye.